by the name Angel Mudah, and this is the second episode of Vibing with Angel Mudah. Alright, with me, the creative Alejandro. It's good, bro.
How you doing, man? It's my pleasure to be here.
Nice, man. Nice to have you here. I would love you to introduce yourself first, my people.
Of course, my name is Alejandro Martinez. I'm a social media content creator, photographer, videographer, deal with everything social. I'm a friend, I'm a family person. I just love to have fun.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Yeah, I love to have fun. So let's start with this. Are you from LA or what brought you to LA?
I'm not from LA. I'm originally Puerto Rican. Born and raised. I've lived in Puerto Rico since I was born, pretty much until I was 18. When I was 18, I transitioned into moving to the States. I moved to Washington, D.C., and I went to school there for 4 years.
Yeah, I love that. That's interesting. So before we move to the creative part of what you do, what were you involved in before you started doing your social media, your creative, your design and everything? What were you involved in at first?
Man, if I'm being really honest, I was always active as a child. From what I can remember, I was involved in sports. I played soccer. I swam.
You play soccer?
I played soccer not that long ago. It was interesting. I played soccer for a year when I was 6 because I was trying to get into this league to play basketball.
Yeah.
But the requirements, you have to be 7. So I remember I went with my dad, and we told him, hey, he's interested. He wants to play basketball.
Yeah.
And they told him bring him next year. But I was like, yeah, when am I gonna it's a full year. I need to be involved in something. So I did soccer for a year, and then I went into basketball. Fell in love with basketball, and I played basketball until I was in high school.
What position do you play in soccer?
Soccer? I don't really remember. I think I played multiple positions because back then the team we were all young and we were trying to figure out which positions we were gonna go into. So I think I played midfield, if I remember correctly, for a little bit.
Okay.
Fun fact, my team only won 1 game the whole season. I scored 2 goals. That was it. We didn't score any more goals the rest of the season.
That's it?
That's it. We won that game, I scored 2 goals, that was it.
So are you liking LA?
I love LA. It reminds me a lot of home, in the sense that it's a really tropical scene. The weather reminds me of home.
Yeah.
The people. I have the beach. I'm an island guy. I'm from Puerto Rico, so I'm used to having the beach pretty close by.
Okay. So what made you go into the creative, the design and everything, photos and everything? What made you invest yourself in it?
It was an interesting way. I never really envisioned myself being a content creator or being a photographer. I remember I was in college, and I always I feel like I had a good sense of style. I was always interested in learning about different garments, clothing, and I have my friends. I remember we would get ready to go to parties, go out to events, and my friends would always come up to me and they would ask me hey, how do I look? What do you think? Should I change this? My shoes. So that naturally just prompted some curiosity and interest into start involving myself more in that space. And that's how I first picked up a camera. I started shooting myself, and here we are.
Okay, for me, I've seen your content and I love it. I've seen a couple of your pictures and everything. Who would you say that the celebrity that you feel okay, this person dressed really nice and you might like to take pictures or take videos or walk with the person in the nearest future? Who do you see yourself working with?
I gotta be really honest with you. One of my biggest influences in terms of fashion and dressing is a fashion influencer. His name is Alex Costa. He's a Brazilian influencer. He actually used to live here in LA. He was here for, I think, 10, 12 years. And I started following him since I was in high school because I was back then, learning how to develop my own sense of style, how to groom properly. So I started following him, and eventually I had the pleasure of meeting him.
Okay.
Yes, that was a really humbling moment. So that Alex definitely has to give him big credit for a lot of what my style is nowadays and my desire to grow into this.
Okay. For your own content, do you have a brand that you're trying to create for yourself in the nearest future? Do you have your own clothing brand that planning towards, okay, in the next future, let's say like 2 or 5 years from now, this is what I want my own brand to be like?
Yeah, so right now I have my personal brand. It's called Sharaaah Lifestyle.
Can you say it to the camera, please?
Of course, yes. Sharaaah Lifestyle. That's Farela Lifestyle. In the future, I would definitely love to.
Base.
I would.
Yes, we want to copy.
Wait, one more time, please.
Yeah, one next
Say it to the
question.
camera.
That question, right? You do that camera.
So I would love you to say it to the camera, please.
Okay, for sure. So my personal brand is called Farela Lifestyle. In the future, for sure, I definitely want to delve into having clothing. I definitely want to be able to have multiple brands to branch out. But right now, I'm focused on building my personal brand. With Farela Lifestyle, I do men's fashion, I do lifestyle content and self-development. That's actually really important to me. I went to school for psychology, so that's really close to my heart, and I feel like it's important in forging, gentlemen nowadays.
So you can read my mind for the next question.
I'm a psychic.
Okay. Do you dance? Are you more like because I know you go to the club and everything. So do you dance?
Yeah, that's funny. I don't dance per se. I love to have fun. I'll crank up some moves. I don't have any professional training though. I started taking hip hop classes over the summer, and I want to learn salsa, but we're not there yet. Not there yet. There you go. You got the groove. You got the groove.
You have to sign up to my own class. Okay. Okay. Nice. One other question I would love to ask you is that I know you were there at the Nigerians they showed that they have a week ago. You were there, you shoot a video and you are like having fun and everything. So that means you listen to different genres of music. So in like 2 different genres of music I wanted to ask you now, or let me actually 3 different genres of music. Can you just tell me like the best artists in 3 different aspects? Let's say like Afrobeat, hip hop. Just tell me your favorite artist.
Okay. If I'm being really honest, I'm gonna start with reggaeton. That is close to my heart. Yeah, I grew up listening to reggaeton.
Yeah.
Old school, Daddy Yankee, for sure. He's a pioneer. If I have to go with a new school, I'm gonna say Alejandro. I'm not sure if you guys know him. I want to say right now, he's second to Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is obviously a global massive artist.
Yeah, I know Bad Bunny.
But it's a different line because he does a little bit of dance hall with Sid. Like it's not merely reggaeton. So he plays around with a lot of different sounds. I like him a lot.
So what about for like Afrobeats?
Afrobeats? My guy Bildin, my good friend Bildin.
Oh, okay.
Completely, yeah. If I'm
Shout out to
completely honest, that's my brother Bildin.
Shout out to Bildin.
He's the future.
So lastly, I would like my people to look you up, look up your own your content and everything. Can you please state for them where they can find you online, your IG, your TikTok, whichever, or your Twitter?
Absolutely, yeah. So you can find me everywhere on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Farela Lifestyle. That's Farela Lifestyle.
Okay. Lastly, for the day, tell us one thing that most people don't know about you, and that's one of your favorite things to do.
Most people don't know that I love to travel and I love to read. A lot of people think that I'm really extrovert, really social, which I am, but I really enjoy my time, my own time. Spending time with myself. I enjoy my company. I can be hours and hours by my own, just doing my thing. I love to read. I read a lot.
Yeah, that's good. You can never lose reading. It helps you mentally. It helps you. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure, brother.
I love brother.